Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have mentioned a few times a recipe I like to make, which is like a quinoa. I think usually when I mention it, it's a quinoa turkey casserole. Today I am using tuna in place of that. I like to switch it out. But when I've mentioned it before, you guys have said, please share this recipe with us. Please do a recipe video. So this is what I'm making for supper tonight, and I thought that I would take you guys along and show you the steps to how I make this meal.
So first I take 4 cups of water and just pour that into my saucepan, and then I'm going to get some chicken bouillon, and I put about 4 teaspoons. I estimate a lot, you'll see in this video, but basically you could use 4 cups of chicken broth. I just like to use water and bouillon instead. Once that water and chicken bouillon are mixed really well together, then I'm going to add some quinoa. So I am adding 2 cups of quinoa here to my water, and then I'm just going to stir that all together really well. So here's how it looks when it's all mixed together well. And then I am going to turn this element on, and I'm just going to turn it to high and just leave it there until it boils. And I'm also going to put the lid on to keep it nice and hot in there. Just a few minutes later, it's just starting to boil here, and so I am going to turn my heat down just to about medium high, or just to medium heat, and just let it simmer for a little while. And so I'm going to put my lid back on and let it simmer. I have stirred this again every couple minutes or so, but now I'd say it's been about 10 minutes and most of the quinoa, or most of the water is evaporated, and so I am going to go ahead and add my peas now. I like to add my peas when the quinoa is still cooking, and so I add them right from frozen and just put those in so they're actually cooking up in the water as well. And so I got that all mixed together, and I very quickly realized that I had actually let too much water evaporate, so I added, I don't know, another half cup water here or so. So you'll probably want to add your peas a little bit earlier on in that quinoa cooking process than I did, but I'm just going to get this all mixed together and once again let it simmer for a few more minutes. Now it's been probably 5 more minutes. I can tell that most of the water once again is gone, and so I am ready to add the rest of my ingredients. I am adding 3 tins of tuna, and as I'm watching this video I think, man, I look so funny just using my finger to take this tuna out, but honestly it works the best. I used to use a fork, but it's just hard to get every last bit out, so yeah, as rude as it looks, I am using my finger to get all the tuna out of these 3 cans. So now I'm going to get all this tuna mixed in, and I just want to stir this really well just to make sure that the tuna is completely cooked through and all warm. And then I'm going to add some pepper. So again, I hardly measure anything in this recipe. I guess just the quinoa and water really. So a bit of pepper, just a bit of garlic powder to taste. And then I'm also going to add a bunch of cheese. There's my amount. You can see what you think, how much you think that is, but just a good amount of cheese for our family. And then I mix that all together and just let it all warm through. At this point, my element is off, or maybe at 1 or 2, but very quickly the cheese gets all melted, and that is it. It's almost like a healthy version of macaroni and cheese. I often make macaroni and cheese with tuna and peas, but this is just kind of a healthier version with quinoa instead.
So that's it for our recipe. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and if you want to try this recipe, and if you do try it, please leave me a comment down below and let me know how it turned out and how you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye guys.